the Ryan Lucas Sheerrer Comedy Show here at Ringside. Please be sure to give a big round of applause because he needs all the confidence he can get. Give it up for Ryan!
I'm just showing up for the show. My name's Ryan Sheerrer, and this has been a dream of mine. I started doing this a little while ago. And to tell you a little bit about myself, I drove a truck for 7 years. I did stand-up comedy. I'm a proud father of 3 children. And, but I've made some horrible choices in my life that has landed me right here in front of you. And about 10 months ago, I moved back to home, and I moved back to my parents' spare bedroom, and I bought a vehicle that is lovely, and is this, yeah. I guess, yes. Thank you for ruining the fucking joke. You want to turn? But yes, I bought a 49cc moped scooter, and there's just no cool way to ride it. At all. In daylight. But I thought of a really cool idea that I could do with it to maybe gain acceptance. And I thought about, I seen a few around town, I thought about starting a scooter club. And we'd all get black leather jackets and cuts, and we'd all be all badass, kind of.
Ringside MC.
And we were going to call it the Douches of Anarchy. We were going to ride around and run guns like BB guns. And we were going to sell drugs like stackers and shit like that. So that's the only way that I can figure out to make that cool at all. And another thing about me is I was married for 8 years if you put all 3 of them together. I had a hobby for a while of giving half my shit to people I used to love. Okay, sometimes all of it. And one thing that come out of marriage is, and this is my first horrible joke, one thing that come out of marriage is I stopped understanding why rape was possible, because if you want to have sex with someone that doesn't want to be on top of you, just say I do. There's no reason for violence, just get married. Now, last week I did some material, this week's some new material, so kind of bear with me a little bit. I have a few pet peeves. And when I say pet peeves, I got a little bit of an anger problem, and pet peeves, yeah, really. And when I say pet peeves, I mean I feel about these things like Hitler feels about Hanukkah. I do not like being talked down to. I don't think anyone does. So when anyone starts just talking down to me like I'm stupid, I'm just like, wait. Don't forget the boss. Don't forget the boss. They look at me all weird, and I'm like, well, if you're going to be a cocksucker, I'm going to make fucking requests. Another one of my pet peeves is the overuse of LOL. And I text a lot of you, and fuck you all. I want to throw my phone. I get texts like, just got out of the shower, LOL. Were you fucking showering with a clown? My cat ran away, LOL. Aren't you fucking sad? My favorite, and honest to God, I get a text from a girl and she goes, my grandma just died, LOL. Did you hate her? Was she a bitch? I just don't get it. And just saying is another one. And I am guilty of this one. But just saying empowers people to say whatever they want to say, and they think they can just tag just saying on at the end. It's like, dude, I see your mom blowing 8 African-American gentlemen behind the 7-Eleven. She's a whore. Just saying, dude. Just saying. No offense. No offense at all. One of my other is other people's children. Now, I love my children. I would give my life for my children. But your children are assholes. I don't own them. I can't punch them in the face if they make me mad. And one of the biggest things that I hate is they come up and they hand you a picture and go, want to see a picture of my boy? No. I figured out a way to make this stop. I carry a picture of the last thing I gave birth to. His name's Peanut McCorney. He weighed 5 pounds, 6 ounces. He was so big my hat fit better. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt called me wanting to adopt, is how big it was. You whip that picture out, they leave you alone. I promise. Now my kids are funny because you go through life as a teenager and as a young adult, some of us, and you have a kid, and you're sitting there and you're holding it, and he's beautiful, and you love him, and you know from that moment for the rest of your life that this little child owns you. And they love you, and you're going to love it, and you're going to put all the care into it. And he's such a then he shits down my side. I realized then he's going to be doing this for the next 18 years. If I want to sleep, he's going to want to cry. It's guaranteed. And my son had this great natural spider sense for pedophiles that made my life hell. Anytime I got an erection, that's why I was the only one I had with her. I never got laid again. My friends did. I did. But then they start growing up. And you have all these joys with them, like potty training. So, my son, which was living with all women because of the divorce, did not know how to pee like a guy. He just sat on the toilet and peed. So we decided that the proper way to teach him was let him go to the bathroom with me and watch. So, it's Thanksgiving Day, my house is full, first weekend we're doing this. I go into the bathroom, I'm like, come on son, we're going to show you how to pee like a guy. Come on. So he's standing there, I'm standing there, and I pull it out. And you got to remember, guys, when you're, and women, when you're in midstream, you're done. There's nothing you can do. So I'm in midstream, and I pull it out, and his eyes get this big around. And he runs out and he goes, "Girl, what up? Daddy's got a big old wiener! Papa Doc! Daddy's got a big old wiener!" I now take my son on every date I go on. And boys are so different from girls, you know? Like my other son, my oldest son, we were at a parade, and the horse walking down the street goes to the bathroom in the middle of the road, number 2. He starts laughing hysterically. So did I. He starts laughing hysterically. And I'm like, "Why are you laughing?" And he goes, "Because it poops." I'm like, "Don't you get it? Everything poops." And he goes, "Not in the middle of the road." I'm like, "Son, from personal experience, that all depends on how drunk you are." I've got the video and the court summons to prove that. So my daughter, which is a totally different thing, I try to spoil the shit out of my daughter. And I try not to. But my daughter comes up to me, and she's kind of chubby, and she's short, she's got these beautiful big blue eyes, and she comes up to me and she goes, "Daddy, I miss Grandma. I want a hug." I'm like, "Ah, shit. Grab the shovel, we'll go see her." And then you can't talk to your kids like you want to anymore. Like, I remember my dad would just say whatever he wanted, like, "Shut the fuck up. Go away. Should have left you in the toilet." But my son comes up and he's like, "Daddy, can I get a baseball? Like, you've got like 17 of them. Why do you need another one?" He's like, "This one's special." "What's so special about this one?" "It's pink." What the fuck? And I've got to go, "Come here, buddy. Boys don't play with pink balls. Let's hope you never play with balls. Especially pink balls. It's not that I have a problem gay, I just want you the man if you are. So let's not be playing with balls and run along now." And he's all satisfied, like, "Okay." How this conversation should have gone down. "Are you a faggot? What is wrong with you?" But we're not allowed to do that. So my daughter comes up, once again, so different. "Daddy, I was at the store and I seen this My Little Pony, And I would love to have it. Can I have it? Please? Please? Fuck. You want a real one, honey? I'll get you one. We'll chain it up in the backyard. Not like your brother's gonna be using it. He's in the closet playing with balls. And God knew to make me a man. Like, I'm venturing out in the world, I'm trying to understand women, and it's not working, but He knew to make me a man. Because if I was a woman, it would be a blur of sugar daddies, my vagina rubbed on a stripper pole, and if I get bored, guess if this fits. He knew that was what it was going to be. And I try to be sweet, and I try to be caring. Like, I was seeing this one girl, and I was talking to her, and she goes, "Will you always be with me?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'll even hold your hand if you go poop. I won't leave your side." And she broke up with me over that. Then I called her, trying to be sweet again. I'm like, "Honey, come back home. I miss you like Christopher Reeves misses kickballs." I'm horrible, I know. So I start talking to this girl, and things are going great, and I'm getting to know her. And we're talking about sex, and it's all going cool. And she goes, "You know, it's good sex when your legs are numb afterwards." And I'm like, "I can do that. I'm talented. I'm all right with that." So a couple weeks later, we're getting all intimate. I'm there behind her, and I'm like, "Oh, this is a chance." I punch her in the spine. Her legs were numb in 2 minutes. Then she left me for a guy she met at her newly found wheelchair basketball place. And I get the reputation of being a man whore, and I'm really not. I just like to hoard vagina in my apartment, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time. I had this weird cycle of dating for a while, but I was dating girls that were only attached, like 3 or 4 in a row. They all were living with someone else. They're all with someone else. So I get a phone call the other day, very angry, going, "Stop fucking my girlfriend or I'll kill you! Click!" Like, that dude should have been way more specific. I don't know which one is his. I'm gonna stop fucking them all. So who's Twilight fans? Anyone? You're not going to admit it, are you? Oh, yeah. Oh, over here, Twilight fans? So which team are you on? Team necrophilia or team bestiality? There's a word for something that sucks things out of big veiny things and sparkles. And it's not vampire. I'm just letting you know. Just saying. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. Alright, so I watch a lot of TV. Let's just move on. That was dead. Okay. So I watch a lot of TV, but I mainly watch the History Channel. And for you stupid people, click one down from the Kardashians. That's where it's at. And I seen this show called 19 Kids and Counting. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Your vagina is not a clown car. But it can be used now as a storm shelter, apparently. You got 19 kids coming out of there. It's like a 3-car garage. You can rent that extra space to pay for some of the 19 kids. I also seen some stuff on there. On late night TV, I was watching, and they had some things about colon cleansing and boner pills. Don't you think that these 2 people could get together and help each other out? One price for $9.99, and you get a donut to sit on. Another 2 groups that could help each other out. I'm going to help for this. I know. I'm just working on seating now. You see that commercial on TV? Little kid in Africa. "I'm hungry. For $5.99 a month, you can make this little boy eat." Tugs at your heartstrings. Then right after comes on this commercial. Support your local humane society. Another two groups that I'm pretty sure can help each other out. So watching this, I've decided that I want to be an inventor because some of the horse shit they sell on TV, I could come up with a brain injury. And I started watching the History Channel. They had an invention special on, and they were talking about Alexander Graham Bell. And back in 1980, whenever the fuck he did this, he did his phone call, his famous phone call to Watson. He's like, Watson, come here. Did he understand that that invention a little over 100 years later was going to lead to me updating my Facebook while I'm taking a dump? Duck face pictures? The popularity of Jersey fucking Shore? That isn't a sign of the apocalypse. But I thought of some stuff. To better some products and to make them better. And the first one is I bought my daughter 1,000,000 Barbie dolls. Now what I want to suggest is they put little box tops on the top of Barbie dolls. And after you send so many of them in, they send you something with tits to play with. Like maybe a mail-order bride. I don't want one of the little Filipino ones. I want one from Russia, one of them tall, soulless things. And I'm only going to teach her one phrase. Moose and squirrel. Waited my whole life to make a Bullwinkle joke. And to expand on that is some meetings that people can go to. And I think that certain businesses could take advantage of this and make it a profit. Like AA meetings. You should have them in a bar. Well, think about it. At first, it might be a little bit of a hard sell, but once you get them, you got a customer for life. And this business model works anywhere. You can have Overeaters Anonymous at Ryan's Steakhouse. You know? You can have NA meetings at Ronnie's house.
Not funny.
There. Yes, sir. And Sex Addicts Anonymous meetings at my house, 7:30 on 2 days, apartment 34, Washington Apartments, please bring cake. I got two more ideas. And one is, I keep looking at America and we keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, I'm trying to find a trend to cash in on. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out. Yeah. I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out, and I'm going to become a male gigolo. And I'm only going to target fat girls. And I'm going to charge them by the pound. I'm going to go down to Kentucky and find two big old sisters and retire. And I actually tried to do this one, and I figured it would make me millions, but all it ever got me was a restraining order from standing outside of Jenny Craig with a doctor's scale and a money bag. My last idea, and this show's going to be a lot shorter than the other one because I learned from last time when the fuck to get my ass off stage, is my last idea is tramp stamp advertising. Go to the bars and find the bar whore. Get the company's logo right there. You know 100 people a week's going to see that shit. And I imagine this is how it's going to go down. Hey baby, nice Quaker steak tattoo. Reminds me, I got to get the oil changed. And you have any, you're kind of dry. And the other one, and where it's going to work and where I'm going to end this, is that for Waffle House, it'd be a great idea. I even know who should get one. Because can you imagine that? You're down there, looking down and go, Waffle House. I could go for some hash browns. I'm going to punch this bitch in the spine and be there in 5 minutes. LOL. Just saying. Good night, guys.